Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my shoebox adventures. This is day two of our Let's Get to Wyoming in 4 Days series. So if you saw yesterday's video, we crossed Arizona, drove for about eight and a half hours. You guys know I hate to do that. And I thought I was going to get all the way into Utah yesterday. Didn't happen. But lucky for me, I'm here in the Jacob Lake area, Jacob Lake, Arizona. We're close to the border, close to the north rim of the Grand Canyon probably. And I found this Forest Road 125 and found a beautiful boondocking spot. If you missed yesterday's video, go back and check it out. I'm not going to walk you around and show you everything this morning because we did all that yesterday. Showed you what I've got, and I was just looking for a place to spend the night where it would be not too hot. And I've stumbled upon an area that now I have to come back to and explore. Explore. Yes, so I've been sitting out here this morning, beautiful day. I overslept. I was going to wake up for the sunrise. I missed that by at least 2 hours. Boy, was I tired. But it's good to be back on the road. If you don't have these things, they're really handy. You don't have to rely on your phone, especially when you get out of cell range. And these have all the forest roads on them. These are very, very helpful. So I was using this, looking at the area that I'm in, and I've got the Utah one in there. We're gonna look for a place to stay tonight. So we're gonna go back roads America. I'm not on the interstate unless I absolutely have to be on the interstate. So these will be, 2-lane state highways for the most part, winding our way through Utah. And I'm going to do another 8-hour day today, I'm sure, because I want to get up close to the Wyoming border if I can. But so remember that, Forest Road 125 here around Jacob Lake. This is wonderful. In fact, according to this map book, this Forest Road 125 that I'm on, if I continue all the way south on this forest road, it runs right back into, what is it, US 60 or Arizona 60 that goes to the north rim of the Grand Canyon. That would be interesting. So this is an extensive forest road, and there's camping off to the right and off to the left all the way along as far as I can tell. So I will definitely be back here because of its location. We're way up here in northern Arizona, kind of away from heavily populated areas. So there's nobody up here. This is, if you're looking for a real peaceful boondocking spot that's absolutely beautiful and quiet, it's worth the extra few hours to come on up here, I think. Just because there's nobody up here. And not a single person has walked by, rode a bike by, driven by, nothing. There's no traffic on this forest road. I only passed one camper on the way in. He was close to the road and had a bigger rig. But this is, I hate to say it's big rig friendly because I haven't gone too deep. I'm only 1,000 yards, 2,000 yards off the main road there, off 89A. Although I can't hear any traffic, didn't hear anything. It was so quiet last night. It was just wonderful. So, hey, come along with me, you guys. I'll talk all day. Let me finish my coffee, and then I'll pack everything up, and we'll continue this journey. Let's go to Utah and see what we can see on Backroads American travel here. Small road Utah off the interstate, and it'll be fun. So come along with me. All right, pulled out of the campsite. Heading down Forest Road 225. I don't know if I've always called it the proper name in these videos, but I'm pretty sure now it's 225, not 125. I saw a Class A. I'll try to put it in the video. Class A went by me when I was out for a hike this morning. A Class A on this road. So it's a little rough, but take it slow, you can do it. So here's another campsite right here. There's the entrance to the campsite. Now there's a guy, there's the one camper that was here, he's still here. It's right over this little bluff here. I didn't want to be too close to him, so I kept on going. Here's my one camper. Now we're close to the road here. You'll see cars going by. But yeah, ooh, he's got an electric bike just like mine. He's got the step-through. Step-through is what I'm going to get in the future, if I get another bike in the future. All right, in case you're wondering, this is US 89A North. And there's another big rig. That's not the one that went by me. It was, similar, different color, different chase vehicle. Look at that view, though. There's Utah. Yeah, we're just losing altitude fast. This is like a roller coaster ride. 6% grade all the way down. Beautiful though. I wish the sky again was blue and not this milky white with strange white stripes all through the sky. Beautiful though. There's our view heading for Utah. Red cliffs. It's starting to look like Utah. We're still in Arizona. I haven't seen the Welcome to Utah sign. Maybe somebody stole it, huh? Yeah, any minute we should be crossing over. I'm probably going to lose an hour of time here sooner or later. I think we jumped time zones. Arizona does not observe daylight savings time. Makes it easier, never have to change the clock. So we're leaving the Kaibab National Forest. And we're still at 6,000 feet. Unbelievable. It was a nice, let me just look, it was a nice 70 degrees, and now we're at 77, okay. So we lost about 1,500 feet. We gained 7 degrees. It's going to warm up. So we're getting closer to the cliff. So even with this hazy atmosphere we're looking at, look at the beauty there. Look at those red cliffs with green, all the green trees. Yeah, I really love traveling these back roads America, these 2-lane roads. When you're on the interstate, you're going so fast you can't see anything anyway. Small town America, everyone. Yeah. That's got everything you need right in there, right? I love it. Fredonia. We're in Fredonia. All right, just past a milestone. We passed the Welcome to Utah sign, and I couldn't get the camera out quick enough to show it to you, but that just happened, and we are officially in Utah. Congratulations, guys. All right. I like that little store. I stopped and got fuel and, you know, got a lottery ticket and beer and a t-shirt. Didn't buy a gun. But now we're in Utah. Small town USA, guys. Very interesting. This is the outskirts of Kanab, Utah. Looks like a fun little place. Here's downtown right ahead.
Continue for 67 miles.
Yeah, a lot of character here. This is a fun town. Wish I had time to stop, park, and roam around, but we got to keep going. We're just going to keep on trucking here. Leaving Kanab. I love the red cliffs with the green trees. It's almost Christmassy. Almost. I was hoping to get all the way to Vernal up in the north today. I don't think that's going to happen. This goes. Look at all this. Zion, Bryce Canyon, Capitol Reef. It's nothing but state parks and national parks here. I think this state has more than any other state. All right, well, we've been rolling along for about an hour. My other camera died, so I had to switch over here. And the scenery's just been beautiful. Well, I don't know if the camera's picking it up here, but I see smoke on the horizon. It's definitely not clouds. I mean, we have some clouds, but we've also got smoke. So stand by, we'll see what we're driving into here. I don't know if you guys can see this on the camera. Let's look over here, but we've definitely got a fire. Yeah, I hope the firefighters stay safe, and I hope they can get a handle on that. It's been so windy the last 3 or 4 days. That's the kiss of death when you have a wildfire and high winds. High winds, I mean 40, 50 mile an hour gusts. That'll really drive a fire. Play havoc with the men trying to stop that fire, the men and ladies trying to stop that fire. All right. We'll hope for the best. I see firefighting equipment right in front of me here. The fire truck will come out here. State of Utah. Firefighters. These guys have got to be tired. Still, scenery beautiful, even with a fire in the background. Another nice little town here. Got some history. I like all the old buildings mixed with the new buildings, and even the new buildings are old. And there's all these little towns all along this route. So this is Hatch, Utah. Just drove right on through. There's a big motel for sale right there. Welcome to Panguitch. It's still windy out there, you can tell. Look at these trees. 89. I don't think I want to keep going straight. I think I want to turn.
Continue straight onto West Center Street. Then you will arrive at your destination.
Yeah, no, you don't know where I want to go.
You have arrived.
Okay. I've arrived. Look at this, downtown Panguitch. Oh, yeah. I would love to stop and walk the downtown and show it to you. If I had time, we could just stay here. All right. Lots of available rooms, that's for sure. Panguitch Lake is not far from here. There's good camping up there. And that was it, huh? We're heading out of town. Okay, I found a interesting roadside attraction here in Utah. We are here at the childhood home of Robert Leroy Parker, a.k.a. Butch Cassidy. Yeah, how fun. But there it is. This is where Butch Cassidy spent some of his childhood before he went off robbing banks and trains. I don't know when he hooked up with the Sundance Kid, but that's neither here nor there. It's a nice curiosity. I'm glad they preserved this. All right. So he was 14 when he moved here, 18 when he left. Didn't spend too much time. But really nice location. And we have to figure his, he helped his dad build this house. That's what they did in those days. He didn't call somebody and say, come build me a house. They did a pretty good job because it's still standing. Look at that construction. Everybody's into tiny houses now, so this is making a comeback. Let's take a peek, see if we can see anything in here. Well, pretty dark, but you can see what we've got going on. They've got plastic here, plexiglass, so we don't go in and destroy it, but people, of course, have messed up the plexiglass so you can barely see. There you have it. It even had an attic, right? Yeah. Okay. He was right here. Looks like on a stream. He had good farmland. They put some other artifacts here. So if you're in the neighborhood, guys, go ahead and stop by the childhood home of Butch Cassidy. All right, there was our very quick look at the childhood home of Butch Cassidy. Let's get back in the Dragon and keep on trucking. Hear me? This is the Piute State Park here in Utah, right on the Piute Reservoir. And there's a campground down here. I can stay here. It's 3:30 in the afternoon. I'd like to go a little further, but I'm hungry. I need to stop to eat. And then I have to figure out if I don't stay here, where am I going to stay? So the only thing I don't like about this is look at the smoke. I can smell the smoke. That's all from that fire. We'll see. I can't decide. You guys know me. I might just sleep right here. Looks fun. Let's check it out. Okay, everyone. Decision was made. Sorry, there's tiny flies bugging me here. I'm at Piute State Park. Going to spend the night. Let me give you the rundown. Let me show you what we got going on here. But here's the lake. Here's the reservoir. And I could camp right on the beach if I wanted to. And I did drive down there when I first got here. But it was so windy. I mean, there were whitecaps on the water. It was like the ocean. I used to spend a lot of time in San Francisco, and it reminded me of San Francisco Bay on a windy day. And so I thought it was going to stay windy for quite some time. That's why I parked back up here in the trees. Now, these look like aspen trees, but they're probably cottonwood trees, right? I don't know. You guys are you have all the knowledge, but they've got the same type of leaves, the cottonwood tree and the aspen tree, and they were really shimmering in the wind earlier. But I parked back in here to get a little shielding from the wind, and of course it's hot, so I wanted to be out of the sun. I'm not getting any solar, but I think I'll survive. And there's like one other camper here and a camp host. Now the rule on this particular state park, which is interesting, and I don't know why, there's a 2-day stay limit. They don't want you hanging around, and it's only $8 a night to camp here. Now there's no amenities. There's fire rings that we can't use because there's a fire ban in effect. And there are pit toilets here, vault toilets, a hole in the ground with a toilet seat on it. You guys know those. Those are up here, and they're maintained. There's a camp host here, so they're not as bad as they could be. But there they are. So I've got some bathroom facilities, and I'm close to them right here. I can easily walk over there and take care of that business. And there you have it. There's boat launch ramps here. There's a lot of day use. There's picnic areas, but they're up on up on the bluff there. If you can see above all those green trees, the road goes up there. And that's where the launch ramp is around the corner, can't see it. And then they've got a big picnic area up there. So it's a fun spot, but there's nobody here. There was the camp host and myself until just a few minutes ago. And now I might be wrong. There might be one other truck way down the way here. He was driving on the beach for a while and I thought he was going to camp on the beach. And there, let's walk that way because we're going to end this video soon at Piute State Park. We'll start video number 3 tomorrow as we proceed. I don't think I'm going to get out of Utah tomorrow either. I think when I get up to the Ashley National Forest, which and we'll talk about that when it happens. I need altitude. See, it's just too warm. Look, you can tell that when the lake is full, it's all the way up here. I'd be underwater right now. We've got the west is under a drought. I'd like to see this full to the brim. But anyway, you can see because the water is down, and it's a huge reservoir, there's a lot of beach area there, and you can camp down there. You can camp down there, but there's absolutely no shade. It's a little bit warm for me. And earlier, like I mentioned, it was so windy. It was so windy, it was just, it would have been not any fun. Although, the wind keeps these flies, these gnats, whatever they are, these flying bugs that are in love with my head. Yeah, that's really frustrating. I don't want to. I don't want to make a video like this. That's it. Yeah. Now I was listening to some music. I would have loved to have shared the music with you earlier, but of course, these stupid copyright infringement laws. For some reason, whoever I'm listening to would be very annoyed and want me to pay them if their music was in the background of my video. That's so weird. I've said it before, if I was an artist, and I did have aspirations back in the day, I'd be honored if some guy was making a YouTube video and wanted to put my music on his video. Plus, I listen to all the old stuff because I'm old, and a lot of that music has kind of disappeared, right? Nobody's buying that guy's records anymore, whoever it may have been. So that would reignite interest in the music. Why wouldn't they go, yeah, play my music? You know, one band I listened to, I went to high school with one of those guys. So I don't understand everybody's, if they think that that I'm really raking in the dough here and it's because I played their music. It's just, I mean, YouTubers, you see them all the time. They walk into a restaurant, there's music playing, they shut it down. Like, oh my God, copyright infringement. Don't get me started. Well, it's too late now. Okay, guys, Piute State Park. Let's take one more look. Got a fire ring. Not going to use it. Being chased out of this place. I won't be sad to get out of here if I can leave these flies behind. Hopefully they're attracted to my fly zapper, you know, that I keep in the camper at night. Sometimes I've noticed in the past, regular flies, you know, just your household flies, when they get in the camper and I turn that bug light on, they don't go in there and get zapped. The flies are pretty sly. They go to sleep. They don't bug me. They don't fly into my face in the pitch dark. You know, they go away. But in the morning when I turn on the lights or the sun comes up, wherever, I see flies, you know, they're just camped out in my camper on the ceiling or whatever, and then they come back to life to bug me again for another day. Isn't that weird? They're not attracted to the light. So I hope these guys are, because these guys are really annoying. Really annoying. But there's the road up there. Can you see any movement on the road behind the, going right over the top of the pit toilet right now? There's a vehicle. So that's how far away from the highway I am. What is it, a mile? Another look at my shoebox, the New Camp Tab 320. Sure has been fun. My fridge crapped out on me, my three-way fridge. I really hate the three-way fridge. I think in this day and age with technology, give me a 12-volt compressor fridge. You know, everything's running off solar and lithium anyway. But anyway, sorry, don't mean to, I just can't get it to light because the propane clogs up the lines eventually and you got to clean them out. So right now, it's dry storage because it just doesn't work. Not to mention you turn it on and, you know, it's cold 3 days later. Give me a 12-volt compressor fridge. It's cold in 20 minutes. Anyway, enough of that rant. Here's the state park. Wonderful place to stop if you need a place to sleep for the night. Inexpensive. Wish it was free, but $8 is not, you know, it's not a game changer. I'm going to call it a night. There's nothing else to tell you, really. So we'll call this video over. There's my bug light, by the way. Can you guys see it? Is this aimed at anything? I can never tell. Yeah, there it is. It's a solar light. You can't charge it with anything but solar. So I'm trying to get as much as I can because I'm going to need it tonight. So there you go. And thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Sorry about my absence. I'm not a kid anymore. And, you know, give me a thumbs up if you think about it. If you haven't subscribed, now'd be a good time. I can use all the help I can get. Sorry I'm being attacked. And take care. Get some vitamin D. You know, I missed all that for all those weeks that I was down and out. And I can feel it. It's terrible. I'm a pale face again. And get some exercise. Another thing I'm noticing I didn't get enough of when I was down and out. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, right? We'll continue on. Let's move. Let's go. Let's keep on trucking in the direction of Wyoming. Tomorrow night, I think I'm staying in the Ashley National Forest, so stay tuned for that one. I'll be back. Love you guys. See you later. Bye-bye now.